YouTube Tuesday from Barnabas Junction, brought to you in association with the Model Railway YouTube Community Group, MRYCG, connecting the Model Railway community together. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. Just search for MRYCG.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. No, I'm not in the loft. It's too hot up there. I said it was hot, and it is hot. It's been about 45 degrees up there today. Unbearable. The house itself has been over 30 degrees. We've struggled to keep it cool, but thankfully it is beginning to cool now, but that loft is way too hot. So everybody, thank you for joining me. And those that you thought I was going to be in the loft, no, it's too hot. So good evening to everybody that's joining me already this evening. Let's have a look at the chat, scrolling back. The Train Freak, good evening to you, Jason. Clive is in. Mark, HDMR00 Gauge, good evening to you. Who else we got? Finnerton Central. Just scrolling through. Everyone's been chatting away amongst themselves. Crossways Point Junction, good evening to you. Flymo, the man with the magic, he's in tonight. Who else have we got in? Scrolling through, everyone's been chatting away amongst themselves. David Cook's in. The Hillbilly Road is in. Who else have we got in? Scrolling, everyone's chatting. Dinmore Junction, good evening to you. Paul Higgins, good evening to you, sire. Still scrolling through, everyone's chatting away. Great. Melvin's in, good evening. Mike Pringle, good evening to you, Mike. Jeff Reedman of Jumble Lane is in, good evening, thanks for joining. Effingham is in, good evening to you. Owens Model Railways, good evening to you. Northern Rails 44, Craig, good evening to you, thanks for joining us, my friend. Still catching up, you're chatting more than I can catch up with you all. Moreland Model Railway, Andy is in. Route 7 Railway, that's Steve Lockhart, so thank you for joining us. So great to see so many of you. 27 already, and we've only been going a couple of minutes, so that's fantastic stuff. Well, obviously, first of all, the first thing I need to be doing is this, and that's saying a big thank you to all my channel and members for your support. Those are obviously the Train Freak, Owens Model Railways, Leicester Station and TMD, Building ELR Step by Step, Simon's Trains and Model Railway Showcase, Jeff Hammond of Flint Hills Model Railway, Crossways Point Junction, Eagle Creek Yard, Darren Faulkner, Sparky 107 107, Donegal Dad, Mike Pringle, Dave Smith, Paul Sinek, Containerman 68, Hollybrook Junction, the Growler Blackwood Engage, Chris Jubb of Hernborough, New Durham Junction Model Railway, Stephen Lockhart of Roach 7 Railway, Valleybrook Model Railway 2, Charlie McGowan, John A. Dawson, Effingham, and MicroScenics. Links to all of their channels can be found in the description below. Please do take a moment to go and check them out when you have time. I'm sure you'll enjoy a lot of the content that they have on their channels featuring model railways and more. So they are the channel members. Thank you all of you for being so supportive. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link also in the description below. Feel free to take a look, and it is completely, it's not compulsory, but what I would like to say is it's free to be a subscriber. So if you're not subscribed, then please do so and give the video and any videos you do watch here on the channel some big thumbs up. So thank you, Mark Wilson, for joining us. Good evening to you, or afternoon, or morning, wherever you may be. March West Junction TMG saying hi, Jason, and hi all in chat. Just keeping up with everybody. Chris is in, evening, saying evening to Flymo. Route 7 saying hi to Flymo also. Crossways, hope you're doing well, Andy. Everything's okay. That's from Bernier Crossways Point Junction to Moorland Model Railway, Andy. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you weren't here last week at all, then there is a competition currently ongoing. It's been running a week already, and I have the prizes. Now, I've got a load of them here at the side of me, prizes that are going to be up for grabs, and we're going to be talking about them also. But don't forget, I have also said that this week is going to be a bit of a Q&A. So when I say fire away, please ask a question with hashtag #AskJason, so I can see your question in the chat, so I can differentiate it from any other comments that are on there, and I will do my best to show them up on the screen wrong here. So what I need to do is put that on. So welcome to YouTube Tuesday. What I will do, actually, because you don't need to see that, do you? So I'll take that off the screen because you can see it right here. Right, so let's have a look at the chat. What's everyone saying? James Gibson, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Right, so I've already chosen the first shout out for this today, so we'll be getting on with the first shout out in a moment. But yes, let's talk competition. There is a competition ongoing. It started last week, so those of you who were here last week on the stream, you got a head start on this competition, and there's loads and loads of prizes up for grabs. I've got actually 5 bundles of prizes up for grabs for you lucky winners. What have you got to do? Well, it's pretty simple. If you were watching last week, you already know, but if you've also been following my scenics, I'm looking for a name for my pub on my village scene, and all you've got to do is email me at barnabasjunction@gmail.com with ideas on pub names. Now, you can enter as many times as you wish with as many names as you wish, and I hopefully are going to have 5 judges for the names. These judges will all receive, I'm not going to say who the judges are though, so there's no bribery. Those judges will receive all the names that come in for the pub. They will then be asked to put them in preferential order, the top being their most preferred name, going down the list. Okay, what I will do is once they have completed their preferred list, they then send that back to me. I put them together and look at who has got the #1 spot or voted the most in the best order, and the one with the highest votes out of the judges' votes will be the #1 winner, and so on, if you get me just. The competition closes now. Let me just check on the date. Actually, the competition closes yes, on midday of the 27th of July. That's a week today. Okay, so you've got till midday UK time. That's 12 p.m. UK time, which is currently in BST, to get your entries in, because then I need time to send them over to the judges. It shouldn't take them too long to get them back over to me in time for the show on that evening of 8 p.m. So good luck to everybody that does enter, but obviously you want to know what you've got the chance to win in, and I've got some amazing prizes here, and I'll explain those in a moment, giving you an idea, and I'll have to mention where they are from. But let's have a look at the chat. And I did say I'd already chosen the first one of today, and I'm just scrolling back to the beginning because it was one of the first few that entered the chat. Where have they gone? So I just make sure I then mention their name 100% correctly. Where have they gone? Okay, where have they gone? Where have they gone? I've lost them. Just bear with me. Just going back to it somewhere here. There it is. There it is. I found it. So let's get the first of our three done. It is yes, it is shout out time number 1, and the first shout out tonight on YouTube Tuesday with me, Barnabas Junction, is Effingham. You have been selected as today's first shout out on episode 23 of YouTube Tuesday. Effingham is also obviously a channel member supporter, but that's got no bearing on my choice. It all goes on who gets in the chat. Obviously, shout outs are for people who are in the chat. Let's have a look. Effingham, you are the first shout out for today. So congratulations for tuning for being part of the chat tonight and being chosen as shout out number 1. There will be another 2 shout outs coming very soon. So please, when you do, go check out Effingham. CXX Friendsville as well. I knew it wouldn't be me. Maybe. And there he goes. Wow, thank you very much. Yes, check out Effingham. Fantastic channel. Please go check him out. Remember, when you do check him out and you do enjoy what you see, so give him a subscription. Click the bell for the notifications. Select all at the top to make sure you receive all future notifications of any videos or maybe live streams that he may do on his channel. And make sure you just don't miss them. And obviously, you must interact with that channel. Please don't just subscribe and leave it like that. Please do interact with all channels that you do subscribe to. And easiest way of doing so is comment on the latest video that and go and watch a video and comment on it, and maybe even comment to say you're subscribed after hearing about it on Barnabas Junction's YouTube Tuesday. So fantastic stuff. Yes, indeed. Great that you are subscribing. There you go. Marchwest Junction's indeed saying a great channel. I'm just going to change mine because I'm looking at myself completely blurred. There we go. So I can see everything. I can see clearly now. The HD is selected. Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase. Simon, the Railway Enthusiast 83. Good evening to you both. Thank you for joining us. Charlie McGowan, good evening to you also, sire. Thank you for joining us this evening. Everything's fine, Charlie says. Crossways, thank you very much. Piccadilly Engage, John, good evening to you. Thought I'd drop in and say, well, thank you very much, John. I've been following your progress deeply with your layout, so thank you very much for joining in this evening. You may, if you want to, get involved with the competition. Just checking out everything. Hi, Paul. Say people speaking. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Right, let's bring that off the screen. So let me have a look. So yes, competition closes midday on the 27th of July 2021. What you've got to do is email your pub name suggestions to barnabasjunction@gmail.com. Easy as that, and I will then sort them out and get them over to the judges. Right, so before I talk about the prizes, let's do some questions. So let me have a look now. Let's get the chat right. So remember, hashtag Ask Jason is what you need to put so I can see your questions and we'll sit here and have chat. Oh, by the way, I'm on the old Budweiser tonight and also nice kind of Coke, which I'll finish this off first. Let's get that open. Simon says, have to go. Do it later. I'm on my phone. Been out today. Yeah, you've been out quite a lot. So great stuff, Simon. I've been following your videos, so some fantastic content you've been putting out there. Please hit for the host. Thank you very much, James. People are talking amongst saying, oh, right, sitting by the lake here in a country cottage. Says, wow, Charlie, fantastic. Well, the weather has been absolutely scorching here. Don't know what it's like up your neck of the woods, Charlie, over the pond, but it's been absolutely scorcher. Right. Right, first question then. Oh, no, that wasn't it. It jumped. First question. Here we go. Hashtag Ask Jason. If you had the opportunity to model an American railroad, which one and why? Oh, well, I don't really know my American railroads, but I can tell you wherever Silver Streak, the movie, was filmed, I'd like to model Silver Streak. American railroads, I'm not quite sure, but from what I've seen from your guys' videos over there, it's just miles and miles of fantastic terrain, mountains, deserts, and obviously the towns. And what I would probably do if I did American Scene is probably focus on like an urban area or a town kind of area, because I like that sort of thing. I wouldn't necessarily do out in the sticks. I would concentrate on a town area, do a bit of countryside as well, and desert scenes and stuff like that. But yeah, what a particular one? I'm not up on the American railroads. I do like the BNSF. I do like Conrail, which is obviously a big one of Sparky's. I really do like that. But as for what? It's a big question, that is. There's a lot out there. I do like locomotives with plenty of colour on them. Not necessarily red ones, lots of blue. But yeah, anything that's colourful, really. I would probably stick with HO as well. Right, let's have a look at the next one. Crossways Point Junction. Why are you not in the loft? I would like to see some trains. It's too hot. Simple as. Simon, are you planning on doing some line-side live streaming? Yes, I did attempt to do one the other day, but I missed them. I missed what I went out for, so I didn't bother filming it in the end. But I do want to do some line-side live streaming. I would have liked to have done it in this bit of heat, but it's too hot to be stood there out in the blazing sunshine unless I can find a sheltered area. And I know there's a lot of stuff out there on the railways at the moment to capture, but I am keeping an eye on things. And if the opportunity is right, the weather is adequate for me to go out, not burn to death, but at the same time, not wet, just nice. I will get out there. I have got a new tripod. It's actually here. I've got a new tripod in here for the camera and to do the live streaming to get higher over any fencing, high fencing. So yeah, I do plan it. So thank you very much, Simon, for that question. Scrolling back, here we go. Simon, ask Jason, when shall we see future DB locos? Just kidding. The only time any DB locos will feature on the layout is if anyone brings them just to run them on the layout. I will not be getting any more. Flymo, thank you very much for putting the link for the MRYCG Facebook group. Chris Jubb, are you still finding any confetti from your birthday surprise? Yes, I am. Recently, I did a tidy up before this hot weather arrived, and I still found some buried amongst shelving. I found it down the drawers, down back of stuff. So yeah, it's been what, near what has it been? 8 months, and I'm still finding it. Thank you for your question, Chris. Crossways, Jason, with this hot weather, is it viable to take your locomotives out of the loft because of the heat? Yes, it can be beneficial. Although mine's been hot, I've got a loft loft window, and I do take the loft hatch cover off, so I've got a flow of air blowing through. Also, I sometimes have a fan up there, but the benefit of my loft is the way my window is positioned. No sunlight actually gets on to any of my locomotives. Yes, it's still hot up there and can cause dryness of your grease and stuff like that. But if you maintain the locomotives, you should not have any issues. The biggest issue, obviously, with heat in the loft is your track. So please do take care when laying fresh track. Make sure you're leaving plenty of expansion with your rails. CSX is just, have you ever teamed up? Yes, I have in the past. We've done some live streams, and you'll see them on my channel actually, so check them out. Right, who else have we got? Any more questions? What's this now? I wish I had a window in my loft. It's roasting up there. Yeah, it was quite an expensive window. I think it was about £400-500 to have it installed, including the window. But yeah, yeah. In fact, there you go. Fly modes. Just check out the Blue Pullman video from last year. Yeah, features on there. Thank you very much. Can say that the weather is still going to get hotter and hotter. And for those that you're on the southeast area and the east of like Birmingham way at the moment, Leicester, that sort of area, they're underneath some violent thunderstorms right now. So I kind of wish I was there because I love a thunderstorm. But some places have been saying they've had hail like that. Just looking in case I haven't, just checking I have not missed any questions, because sometimes they don't always show up. Not showing up. No, I have caught them. Okay, yeah, I have caught all questions. Remember, hashtag Ask Jason, so that helps me to make sure they stand out. Just, oh, there we go. I've just seen one come up, so let me find that. In fact, I've just seen a couple, and there's one from Simon Trains. Asking, when will Valley Brook get the bill for the confetti cleaning? Oh, he's paid his dues in cooking cakes. I'm sure I will accept that as compensation for his confetti cannons. But trust me, wait, just you wait. That's all I'll say. Make sure you tune in to some way he's doing maybe a live stream or maybe a radio show in the future. Oh, that's it. Saying thanks. I just missed one. How is the track bridge coming? It's coming along well. I've been looking at some of the edging strips, which I've obviously had from Jumbo Lane Printing, and obviously the brick fascias, which I'm looking at doing the parapets for the brick going over the tops, and it's going to come along really well. Once I finish that village scene, I've got two options. I can either move round to the rock face and get that finished to then go onto the caravan site, or I can continue along and get the bridge finished. All preparations are ready to start working on the bridge, so maybe that will be coming up soon. That's good compensation, says Simon. Yeah, indeed it is. I'm seeing a flood of questions there, so let's have a look. And Mark Wilson says, I'm in Leicester. No storms yet. They're out just south of Leicester now. You go outside, you should see some dark skies and some hearing rumbles in the distance. Don't you worry, Mark. I've been watching lightningradar.org. Remember, if you have any questions, please do hashtag Ask Jason. James Gibson, have you ever had track lift or buckle? Yes, I've had some roller coaster rides, especially this loft hatch area. In the past, I've had it like that. When I first laid my layout, I used a lot of second-hand track. I wasn't using nickel silver. I used a lot of the steel track. And obviously, if you've experienced it yourself, you'll know that steel track expands considerably more. It does not like heat at all. in any form of heating on model railways, and it will expand a lot more. And I wasn't really compensating with expansion gaps. Wasn't something I was knowledgeable in, and I just butted all my track up. And my track, the upper level on the high street has had buckling in the past. The station underneath the actual station track, underneath the station top, that's had buckling. Fortunately, I've managed to rectify that really simply by just taking a small section of the track out and managed to just unbuckle it. It kind of just went, or it did the bit of the sideways kinks. But yeah, over the hatch area was probably my worst ever bit of buckling. It was literally like that. You could have taken off on it, and I had a lot of that. I did relay it after that, but then obviously, if you've been following the channel at all, you'll know I've since relayed it yet again with a better track work. So yeah, that is something I've learned from experience. Okie. So Mark of HDMR 00 gauge, did you decide what to use on the ground near the monument? I haven't yet, but I have seen a product from a manufacturer which is really fine, like gravel, I'd say more for sand. And I'm thinking that might be something good. Maybe a bit of like sandy gravel. It will tie in with a local church around me called Crew Green Church. They, outside their church, I've been looking at it, it's very similar to what I've done. Outside their church, they've got like a sandy gravel area with a monument on it as well, up against a road. So I'm kind of looking at that, and this product I've seen from one of the model railway manufacturers is something I may consider getting. And it's cheap as well. It's only a couple of quid, so I doubt very much I'll need that much, but yeah, I think I'm going to go with a bit of a sandy look, not gravel, sand look, maybe with a bit of mud and some weeds and stuff. Jake Clive says it's been 25 plus in Northern Ireland today. Oh, it's been 25 plus. I know the all-time record of the heat has been broken recently in Northern Ireland, but it's expected on Thursday to be broken again. They've given temperatures of 31 plus for Northern Ireland, Clive, so be prepared for Thursday. Just looking through. Oh, it's just jumped the chat as. Let's just get back. Wow, there's so many questions coming in. Thank you very much, everyone, for taking the time to ask a question. Where's the most recent one? There we go. Northern Rails, that's Craig. Northern Rails 44. What age was you when you first got into model railways? Think you missed my first one. I must have done. I will check back on that, or please ask it again. I got into model railways in a really young age. My grandfather built the family a 8x4 model railway on a big solid piece of boarding. The board was all green, so there was no real scenics as such on it. There was a few little plastic trees, and it was double track with signs, pretty much like a standard Hornby track map layout it was. But I got into model railways literally since the day I could understand them. My grandfather was very big in the railways, you see. He designed the overhead electrification between Crewe and Manchester. He's got a name plaque after, and he's got letters all after his name. He was a lecturer at Crewe Technical College, very big, important man. Didn't follow in his footsteps, unfortunately. But yeah, I've always been into model railways, literally since knee-high to a grasshopper. I'm certainly not that now, 6'3", but yeah, for many years. Obviously, as time goes on, I lost the interest in it a little bit. Never lost interest in trains, because where I lived at home with my mum, we live right next to the railway line in Nantwich. So I experienced trains literally every day of my life. Spent a lot of time just sat on Nantwich railway station watching the trains go by. So railways themselves have always been part of my life. Model railways took a bit of a back seat, but in my late teens, I briefly brushed back into them again, trying to get my own stuff, but I was on a small wage with a part-time job, and I couldn't really afford it as much then. It wasn't until with my current wife, good old Rach, she knew I was into model railways. She knew how passionate I was, and she bought me the Flying Scotsman model railway train set, and as a present for Christmas it was. And it was ever since then I've been back into it, and it's just grown from strength to strength. And so I thank the wife for getting me back into model railways. It was brilliant. I've never looked back. Thanks for the question. Great. Let's have a look for the next one. Another one from Simon, the railway enthusiast. What is your favourite model on your model railway layout? My favourite model has got to be my DRS 68, 100%. That is my favourite model. If I was asked which is my favourite, not favourite, most, what's the word? Train that I care about most, not love the most, care about the most, would be my Foxcote Manor, because I've got that for historical reasons, because I've actually driven the real locomotive of the Llangollen. But my ultimate favourite locomotive on my layout is my DRS Class 68 Intrepid, up for now. Another question from the Train Freak. Which trains do you like to see when rail fanning, passenger or freight? I like a mixture. The only problem over here in the UK, unless you're getting rail tours and stuff like that, especially in my area, a lot of the trains seem to be standardized, as in Class 66s mainly, or Pendolinos, or Voyagers pretty much. And then you got the odd northern trains, DEMU or EMUs, and then you get your 153s, and you basically there's not that much of a variety around here, unless you do get some rail charter services, which are great to capture. Obviously, I've caught some great ones in the past. Tornado. I've caught the Flying Scotsman as well. I've caught engineering trains. I've caught the Flying Banana finally, which was a very pleasurable moment with a cherry on top it was. So yeah, I do like seeing a wide variety. I don't have any particular favourites as such when I'm out line-side rail fanning. Just trying to keep on with the chat as well as answering your questions. Tim Surf, most unfortunately 31st clashes with a holiday I booked a year ago, so will not be able to attend. Great shame, can't even watch a week later as there will be no Wi-Fi when I'm going, oh, Timber, such a shame. Finneton, I think I'm going to try. Northern said he got another one. Do you still own any childhood locos? No, we had them stolen, unfortunately. They were all stolen. But I do have the odd building still that's at my mother's. What includes the old Hornby 00 signal box, which is that orange, that like brown one with the big orange roof. Is it cast iron one? I've still got that, and I've got some electricity pylons actually stored away in one of the cupboards, and I need to bring that up really, because I could do with putting them on this layout. So yeah, unfortunately, locomotive wise and stuff like that, no, we don't have anything. It was unfortunately stolen. Right, I'm just going to scroll back, not on there, but I'm going to scroll back in here. Northern said he posted a question earlier, so just bear with me a moment while I try and find it. So it was before then, I remember that. Sometimes, depending on, oh, here we go. All right, how old were, no, that's ask Jason. Right. How old were you when you first got into it? No, we've done that one. Just looking for, even though I'm down here in this, there's no fan on it. I can't put the ceiling fan on because it'll blow on the microphone. Plus, the motor on it's burning out. It's been doing overtime, so it is rather warm in here. I don't think you want me to take my top off. Still scrolling back through, trying to find it. Crikey, there's a lot to scroll back through. No, nothing showing, unless it was the one I've just seen. But anyway, carrying on. You just missed it. It was the same. Oh, right. Okie dokie. Rightio. Okay, next question. Here we go. Jeff, you have the TPE 68. Will you be getting the Curaçao coaches when they finally come out? I would love them, but unfortunately, finances do not accommodate me getting hold of them. I know they're about 225 for the set. I would love them, but it's way beyond my budget at the moment. I've literally all the funding I have got is being saved at the moment for the meet at the end of July at the Worley Club, which isn't much, unfortunately, but that's all I've got at the moment. So we're all funding for anything personally has been put on hold, purchases or anything. But yeah, if I could afford them, I would definitely have them to go with my TPE 68. But unfortunately, finances are unavailable at the moment. Just looking for the next hashtag. Ask Jason. There we go. Another one from the Train Freak. What's your thoughts on model railroad operations? I like them. I do like them. I like the operations. I like the size of your train rakes. They are ginormous, which is what we don't get over in the UK. We do get some longish trains, but nowhere near on the size that you get over there, over the pond. They are humongous, and also double stacked containers on the freight. I really do like that, and unfortunately, it's not something we can have over here. Otherwise, it would mean a lot of either lowering of lines or raising of bridges. It's just not able to be done. But yeah, my thoughts on model railroad operations are wow. It's so much bigger. Not always on a scale. It's just overall everything's so much bigger. The locomotives are so much bigger, and I love the sound of American locomotives. I have obviously got one. I was gifted one by Sparky 107 when he did travel over here to the UK to do his tour. There is a video on my channel showing that. He was visited here and then went down south to Matthew. I've forgotten his name. Yeah, Matthew. And yeah, it was great. It was great to spend some time with Sparky and his wife Amy. We've shown him the sites around. We did some rail fanning, and he loved it. It was great. We showed him model shops. He bought himself some Euro Phoenix 37 with sound. He was adamant he got one of them. But it was great. And just watch this space as well, because there's plans for him to return in the near future. But yeah, rail operations in model railroad operations, just fantastic. Another one from Simon. Do you have plans to collaborate with any other fellow model railway YouTubers? I would happily do collaborations with any YouTubers, model railway YouTubers out there. I've not personally been asked directly, but I suppose I do it on an unofficial way, because obviously we've got the MRYCG gang and the admin gang, and obviously we've got all the local people. But it's been a bit difficult at the moment. But we do I do kind of collaborate, but off screen with a lot of people. I'm always helping out others out with ideas, suggestions, just things like that, things that I enjoy getting myself. So yeah, I would happily do a online collaboration with any YouTuber that's willing to do one. So if you've got any suggestions, please get in touch with me and put forward your suggestions at barnabasjunction@gmail.com if you're interested. Next one. Thank you very much for your question. What are the future plans for the layout, and could there be an exhibition layout? There is actually an exhibition layout up there, if you remember well, Brian Finnerton. Because the TMD is an exhibition layout. It can be removed from the main layout. There's no plans to exhibit it, but it's there if in the future I get the opportunity, maybe locally, just to show it maybe for a charity event and things like that. I can just literally unscrew the legs of it. It will slide down through the loft hatch, and I can take it away. It's all unpluggable from the main board, and yeah, it could be. But for the main layout, it's basically just continuing on. It's not even 50% complete yet. At the end of the day, what layout is ever complete? And it's changed so much over the years, and it will probably still change. Obviously, I've got that that I'm doing now. I've got the river bridge. I've got the rock face to finish. I've got the caravan part to do, and then I've got to still work on the TMD. I've still got work to do on the station, and then I've got my industrial area just behind the TMD. Not even touched that yet. It's literally track laid, just been left. So there's loads of plans yet for the layout. Ask Jason, how did you feel when you finally caught the flying banana on camera? I was ecstatic because I didn't even know it was coming past. I knew there was a HST. I thought it was maybe the Blue Pullman or something, but I did not know it was the flying banana. I just saw HST on the rail diagrams, and I was like, oh, I'll see what it's due soon. I wonder what it is. And it went past. You'll hear, if you watch the live stream that I did it, I think it was back in February this year when we were kind of semi out of a lockdown. And yeah, it was just amazing. It was an absolute amazing to capture that. I say it did have the LNER HST cab on it, and it wasn't yellow end to end, but it was fantastic to finally capture it. Right, just looking to see any more. Thank you very much. Video on YouTube. Thank you very much. Layouts don't have to be Big Peter Dixon. Brilliant. You said it, Paul. That was the day I was going to Birmingham. Yes, it was actually. It was the same day actually, because I caught you going to Birmingham, didn't I? In your Pendleton, was it a Voyager? You were in a Voyager on the same live stream. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pause just there. So hold on to any more questions that you may have. Get them noted down before I ask. So pause on the questions, and let me just take that one off the screen. So hold on the questions. Let's sort out who's going to be the next shout out for tonight. I'm getting messages left, right, and center from people. Let me just quickly check those messages. Bear with me. Oh yes, that's a picture has just been sent. Yeah, okie dokie. Oh dear, I've got unpaused it. No, it's come back. It's okay. Let me fast forward and make sure we are live on there. Let's have a look then. Who is going to be shout out number 2? Everybody's thinking closely now. Everyone's thinking. Right. Everyone's thinking, who am I going to choose? Who are we going to choose? Who am I going to choose? While I choose, I'll have a drink. Crossways Point Junction. Let's see some drums in the chat. Drum rolls, please. Let's have some drum rolls. I'm just trying to find them so I can post them up on the chat. Where have they gone? I'm trying to find them. Good evening, Dugmore Junction. Thanks for joining us. Missed you on there. I've got to scroll back because I remember there was something. I saw something in the chat. Where has it gone now? Everyone's chatting so much. Fantastic stuff. Where have you gone? There he is. There it is. I've just seen it. There we go. Right. So let's do this. It's shout out time number 2. And yes, shout out number 2 is to CSX Wrensville. Yes, you beat me to it because you posted something, and you might have noticed that I kind of went on your comment because I'd already chosen you for shout out number 2. I was just looking for you a comment. Yes, CSX Rensville, you are shout out number 2 for this evening. You ruined my surprise. You can see I'm hot, and I'm not even in the loft. Just imagine if I was in the loft tonight. So yes, oh, look at them drums in the chat. Oh, fantastic, excellent stuff. Drum roll, drum roll. Nemo HST's back on the tracks. Yes, we do. Indeed, we do. Yeah, I watched it, commented. Just look at the chat. So yes, CSX Rensville, if you are still here, you are shout out number 2 for this evening on the YouTube Tuesday, episode 23. Please do go check out his channel. Fimo will do his stuff and post a link in very, very shortly. Go check his channel out. He is American based. He is American CSX, obviously, as you can tell. It is American overseas based railway. But it's really good, and it's based here in the UK. Laugh out loud. There he is. Let's put that up on the screen. There he goes. Yeah, spoiled my surprise. Thanks. So yeah, CSX Rensville. Go check out his channel. If you like what you see, then please do subscribe to him. He will greatly appreciate your subscription. When you do, also click the bell, select all to receive new notifications of any future uploads or live streams that this chat might do. And remember, interact with the channel. Go on the latest video and comment with saying you've heard all about it here on Barnabas Junction's YouTube Tuesday. Please do to go enjoy the channel. I do like a bit of American railroading from time to time. It's not a big thing to watch. I do prefer the UK's, but I do like to see some of the overseas stuff. A lot of French stuff, Italian stuff, but mainly outside the UK, it's American that I do like. American, Canadian, that sort of thing. I do like to follow because I just like the size of the trains. Good evening to, I've just seen someone new called Darren Faulkner. Good evening to you, Angel Share. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining us this evening. Bear in mind, we've got the competition going. If you want to enter on the competition, you've got to email me pub names, your pub name suggestions. Let's get that back up on the screen. If you want to be part of the competition to win some amazing prizes, I'm going to be showing you the prizes very soon. Get your suggestions for the pub, your names for the suggestion into me, barnabasjunction@gmail.com. The competition to get the chance to get your entries in before midday on the 27th of July, which is a week today. Okay, thank you very much. More details on that very shortly. Right, let's have a look back on the chat. A few subscriptions going over there. Thank you very much. Well done. The latest video is 10 months old, but I will be posting more. Fantastic. Doesn't matter if they're 10 months old. There's some great videos on your channel. I know there is. I've watched many, many of them. So go back, start from the beginning and watch through from the start. It's a great way to catch up on a channel. Right, let's talk prizes. Okay. Let's start discussing prizes. Let's get back to... I've done it again. I paused. Pausing myself. Not a good thing to do, is it? Right, it's back to live. Yeah. Okay. So, need a drink. So, I said we've got 5 prize bundles up for grabs. So there's going to be 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th prize. 2 of the prizes are exactly the same. 2 other prizes are almost the same. But 1 prize is an amazing bundle of products. Let's show you. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I call official live. Right. Right. So let's have a look. So I'm going to show you now. What was that I just saw? The printer behind you. No, that's not a prize. That is not a prize. Needs new ink in that. No chance. Good evening, Craig. Thanks for joining us, my friend. How are you doing? Opal and onwards as well. Aaron, good evening to you. What do points make? Accidents if they're not switched properly. Right, so here we go. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and 4 and 5 are on my screen. Right, so these prizes are going to be shown to you in no particular order. Okay, I do know what order they are, and I will let you know as soon as possible. Where I'll put a post out saying what the order of the prizes will be after today. Okay, but so these are in no particular order. So first of all, I'm going to share my screen. There we go. I'm going to do that. So right, I'm now going to put a banner up. So here we go. Competition prizes have been kindly donated by our Scale Model Scenery, WW Scenics, and Jumble Lane Printing. So massive thank you to all three businesses for kindly donating these amazing prizes for you guys to get your hands on. Obviously, we've been doing a lot of scenics, so all the prizes all tie in with the do you know what? I'm going to move my camera over there because I'm looking at my screen. I'm not looking at you guys. So these prizes, excuse the pillars and stuff. In fact, let me just do that. There we go. There, look, see, the window's open. Fresh air, please. I need it. So yeah, these prizes very kindly donated by Scale Model Scenery, WW Scenics, and Jumble Lane Printing. So the first, so two prizes by Scale Model Scenery are two £25 vouchers, very kindly donated by Scale Model Scenery. These are two prizes that are up for grabs. As you can see, voucher 1, voucher 2, to the value of £25. Don't worry, I have hidden the voucher code, so you will not be able to use this from this image, so don't bother trying. So yes, extremely generous of Scale Model Scenery for kindly donating these two vouchers for you to win in this giveaway. Okay, so two vouchers from Scale Model Scenery are up for grabs. Fantastic stuff. So again, thank you so much. In fact, what I'm going to do, if I how do I do this now? I'm still working on this. There we go. So yes, two vouchers from Scale Model Scenery. So thank you very much, Scale Model Scenery, for generously donating that. I will be in touch in the future regarding other stuff, if you know, and you know what I mean. You already know. So thank you very much. And we've got more people coming in. David Cook saying hi to Barnabas Junction. Also, Chazco is in. Who else have we got? Anyone else in? Yes, Carl Braun's in. Now, what I will say is obviously vouchers can be used by anybody across the world, but the physical prizes, because these vouchers will be emailed to the winner, so there's no postage cost, obviously. But any physical prizes, okay, that have to be posted, can be posted free to the United Kingdom. Any postage beyond the United Kingdom, the winner, if you are chosen, if you enter and you're not from the United Kingdom and you win a physical prize, I will have to ask for something towards the postage, a small amount towards the postage maybe, because I will not be able to afford sending anything beyond the United Kingdom out, these physical prizes. But it is open to everybody in the world, these competitions, because people all over the world join this show. People all over the world watch my channel. So it's only right that all these prizes are on offer to everybody around the world. But bearing in mind, if you're not in the United Kingdom and you win a physical prize, okay, I will have to ask for something to help towards the postage to send your prize out to you. If you do get chosen and you're not in the United Kingdom and you wish to forfeit your prize for somebody that is in the United Kingdom, or maybe you might have a postal address here in the United Kingdom that it can be sent to and then obviously be shipped out to you, that's fine. There'll be no, as long as the postal address is United Kingdom based, these prizes will be shipped out to you at no cost. Anyone outside the United Kingdom will have to pay towards the postage, I'm afraid. So apologies on that one. There's something I cannot sort out. Right. Type voucher 1 denied. Don't blame you for covering them up. All right. So yes, thank you very much, Justin, and the team over at Scale Model for kindly donating that prize. Right. Let me just take that off the screen, because what I'm going to do now is bring up the next prize. So I'll bring up this one now, because this covers 2. So that was 2 prizes of two £25 vouchers there. That's not 1 prize, that's 2 prizes. So there's 2 chances of winning a £25 voucher. Now the next one, let me bring it up. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Why is that not showing on my screen? Oh, right, because it's that there. Next one. Okay, let me just move them to one side so I can. What I have here is 2 bags of. Get it on the screen. Jumble Lane printing products. Very generously, Jeff has allowed me to have a selection of his products available for you. So there's 2 bags here. In each bag, there are 4 Jumble Lane Budweiser's getting to me. 4 lots of Jumble Lane printing packs. They are all 00 gauge. These ones, though. Okay, these are all 00 gauge prizes in these 2 bags. They are pretty much identical bags, apart from one of them has got a different monument than the other. And the other has got, one of them has got the grey market stalls, and one of them has got the brown market stalls. That is the only difference. Apart from that, both of these packs are identical. These are going to, when these are won, I'm going to number these bags, and I'm going to number them so I don't know what's in them. Okay, I will put them in a blackout bag so I can't say. I'm going to put a number on these bags for when the draw takes place. Okay, so I won't know what's going to who. So it'll be a bit of a mystery for me. Okay, so a huge thank you to Jumble Lane Printing for kindly allowing and supplying these kits for you to win on as a prize. So that is prizes 3 and 4. Prizes 3 and 4. So we've had the 2 vouchers from Scale Model Scenery. We've got 2 lots of Jumble Lane printing products. Thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you very much indeed for allowing for a selection of your packs to be allowed for a giveaway on this competition. Just looking back at catching up with the chat. Just read my PM. Yes, I just read my PM. Yes, I have. Just catching up on that. Ask Jason, read my PM. I've read it. Or have you sent another one? Yeah, I've just seen you've sent another one. Hang on. Yeah, you have. Oh, right. Okay, I've just had a... Right. Okay, I'll come back to that. Thank you very much. Come back to that. Right. Crossways Point Junction, he's just PM'd me, and he is just very generously, as a way of offering a kind of a non-prize. Anybody in the outside of the UK that wins a prize, a physical prize, if there's any postage requirements, Crossways Point Junction has very generously offered to fund the non-UK postage. So it is open worldwide at no cost to anybody. Huge thank you so much, Crossways Point Junction, Bernie, for offering that very generous towards any, you know, we'll say international possible winners. So huge thank you so much, Bernie. That is really, really kind of you. So very kind of you indeed. So yes, No postage requirements for anybody. Bernie is going to be paying the international postage for anyone outside the UK. So thank you very much. Please do go check him out just purely for that. And let's have Bernie's link in there as a very, very generous thank you to everybody. Got to make it fair for everybody. That is so very kind of you. There we go. Crossways Point Junction very generously offering to pay the postage for any international postage requirements. So anybody in the world can win these prizes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Right. What we'll do is we're going to have the third shout out, I think. Yeah. So let me take that off the screen first of all. So third shout out tonight is going to go to a very, very excellent, what I would say is vlogger. Not a flogger, a vlogger. Absolutely fantastic vlogger. Does a lot of outside streaming of railways. He does a lot of work on the history of railways. And I have learned quite a lot from this chap recently, especially when he's been doing a lot of vlogging around the Redditch Bromsgrove area. Some things I did not know about, and I'm very intrigued about. He knows now who he is himself. So the third and final shout out for today goes to Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase. Absolutely fantastic channel he is running on there, and again it's just absolutely astonishing the knowledge and the work that goes into your vlogging, your videos. I find them very, very interesting indeed. Learning just those little bits of the railways that you wouldn't necessarily come across. Now I do watch a lot of the White Wigs on historical stuff, and they seem to have gone away a little bit from the railways at the moment. So you've been really filling in that hole with the history on railways, especially around the Midlands area, which is absolutely superb. So please go check out Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase. You will not be disappointed if you want to know history about local railways. He does travel all around the Northwest and the Midlands, and he pretty much gets about everywhere, wherever his second hymn allows him to get to. So please do go check out. He's put, not me. So please do go check out Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase. Go subscribe to his channel and go back, watch some of his earlier stuff. Even that is fantastic stuff. He's done an absolutely brilliant time, especially through the lockdown periods, keeping his channel going. And it's been great to just watch a lot of his videos. Even you did the Redditch one recently. I found that quite interesting. I did kind of know about the Redditch line, but I didn't know that the actual original Redditch station was the other side of the bridge. That I didn't know, and it's quite intriguing. I even went on Google Maps afterwards and had a look. It's also on my other account as well. Yes, Simon Trains is his other account as well. He's got two, but Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase. Absolutely. Paul and Rebecca Whitworth. Yeah, I met them once at Didcot. Yeah, they are a great couple, aren't they? Please go check out his channel. If you like what you see, please do so give him a subscription. Please do also click on the bell, select all to receive notifications of any videos or live streams. I think your Simon Trains channel is your Model Railway channel. Is that the actual Model Railway, or is this, which one's your Model Railway channel and which one's your vlog channel? I keep getting the two mixed up, but whichever one pops up, I know it's you because it says Simon Trains. But yeah, please go check out that or the other one. The same guy, he's just got two channels. He does one thing on one thing. He does Model Railways on one, and he does his vlogging on the other. So yeah, please go check out. And like I say, if you do like what you see, do interact with the channel. Make sure you comment on the videos. Give him plenty of thumbs up because he really does deserve it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you at the end of the month. because I know he's got time off work. There we go. So yeah, excellent channel. Very, very well worth a check out. So before I get on with the final prize, we're going to open up for more questions for the Q&A. So remember, again, it's hashtag Ask Jason if you've got any questions. If you have, then please get them in the comments below. In the chat. It's getting too hot. And if anybody would like to join me on the stream, they are welcome to also. Please let me know. They can come and actually join me wherever it'll be that side. Come and join me on the stream. You're quite welcome to, and ask a few questions. Depending on, well, the weather's supposed to get a bit cooler for over the weekend, so maybe the loft will be adequate for next week's live stream. And I'm going to give you some more information on next week's live stream towards the end of the show. So don't go anywhere. Stay with me because you will need to know what's coming up next week. This one is the model out, right? So this one, right? So the other one is the vlog. But yeah, go check out Boggs' channels. Please do. And Flymo has put the link for both his channels. Although he's got two channels, I class him as one channel vlogger. One, obviously, he's just separated model railways from his line side, which is a good idea. Maybe that's something I could look at doing in the future. But at the moment, because I don't do that much line side stuff, I've kept it on this channel. Here we go. Here goes a question. And it's from Andy. Ask Jason, if you were going to name a pub on your layout, what would it be? Cheeky. If I was going to name a pub on my layout, what would it be? It would be whatever name wins the prize, wins the competition. That's what I'll name it. Crafty. I know your game. You're trying to work out what I would say is the way. But then again, if I was, there's been loads of names that I've seen floating around over the several weeks, and there's been some really good ones, really, really good ones. One quite common one, which is very prominent to my area because it's a real pub, and it corresponds with my TMD, is the Four Eagles. That is a local pub name. It's literally at the end of my road by Bombardier Crew Works. So that's one I would quite possibly go for, but it's not one that I may choose because I want you guys to be choosing the name. Finneton. So thank you very much, Andy, for your question, but it's a crafty one. Finneton Central. So you have learned new skills recently. What have you done? What have you done that you think you could do better now, and perhaps it bugs you? My previous scenics, definitely. The scenics around the station, the bushes and stuff. I think it's a bit OTT now, a little bit, and I will revisit after doing all this scenics and the country work I've done on this corner. I've seen what skill level I am capable of. I'm still not fantastic. I definitely could still do a lot better, but it's a learning curve, and I am learning. And I think I will at some point have to revisit the station. The throat into the TMD, that's only partially scenic. So up with a gnat. I've just swallowed a gnat. So yeah, the throat into the TMD, bit of protein. That is going to need some good scenics on there, so I will focus on that at some point, and I will redevelop around the signal boxes as well because I've got some of the plastic trees and I want to put some proper trees in there. So yeah, it does bug me. Where the caravan site area, that bugs me because the track work there is terrible. The Pendolinos are not a big fan of it, and it's one of the reasons why I've not worked on it yet, because I've got to do some laying of track work in there. Yeah, back scenes. I know I've got an absolutely amazing back scene on the station, but it would have been nice if I could have had some back scenes on the remainder of the layout. But because of the type of wallpaper, it's embossed wallpaper. Back scenes won't stick to it, not even self-adhesive ones, because it's bobbly paper. I would have probably liked to have done something so I could give me the opportunity to put on a better back scene. But saying that, I could put clouds on it. I could just dab some whiteness on it to create some clouds, so that's not too bad. But thank you very much for your question, Brian. Growlers in, good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, people saying nice try, Andy. Yeah, right, yeah, so just talking amongst people. Now that one, I can see with all the newer scenics, fine scale scenics available now, there's a lot to learn. Yeah, I've just seen a question from Stockton Junction. Please, just a reminder, if you're asking a question, please put hashtag Ask Jason so I can see the question amongst the chat, because the chat flies by and I can check. Basically, this makes them stand out so I can see them. But I will. Is that the one? No, that's not the one. But I will put it up on screen. Stockton Junctions, what model channels give you inspiration in my modelling? Well, they've kind of changed over the time frame. I'll give you a rundown of the major ones. My first model railway channel I ever came across was a channel called, I've forgotten it. I've gone and forgotten it. I've forgotten it. I can't believe it. I can see it. I'll come back to that one. But the other ones are Glebe Road. That was a big inspiration to me. Obviously, Dean Park. Everard Junction Mark 1 was a major inspiration to me. Stroley Central, that's the one. I've just remembered. The #1 inspiration was Stroley Central, which became Stroley International eventually, and then sadly was laid to rest, and it's since gone. That was my very first model railway. Then it was Everard Junction Mark 1, which I loved that. I fell in love with that channel from day one, and I even went back to the very beginning and followed the channel from the beginning. Dean Park, Dave over there, absolutely smashing guy. Love watching him work through. He was only just started doing the station when I got into that channel. What other channels? Minsterley channel, or Minsterley, sorry. Absolutely stunning model railway, and that is a big inspiration. It's way beyond my scenic skill levels for 100%, but that is a massive inspiration to me to produce some form of realism. When it comes to scenics and stuff like that, Sam, Tim at Scrapline have been my #2 idols when it comes to scenics on the layout. They have been my total inspiration for countryside scenics when it comes to channels. Absolute phenomenal scenics they do. They do to their own. They've got their own style each, but it's absolutely fantastic because I can take inspiration from both of them and put it into my own style. But yeah, definitely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that question. Yeah. What other plans do you have for your model railway layout? Well, plans, obviously, I've got the caravan part that's going to be going over where the church and pub used to be. I've got to the industrial area beyond the TMD, where the main lines go. That's going to be highly industrial. It's going to be a lot of warehouse buildings, backdrop, stuff like that. I really want to go to town, pardon the pun, on that industrial scene. I want to find a way of putting in a motorway bridge over a section of the layout. I'll try and squeeze one in somewhere to give I've got an idea where, but I can't do it until I've done something else, if you know what I mean. I've got an idea where it would go. Well, I want to put a motorway bridge in, and so it like appears on scene and then goes off scene, disappears, kind of thing. Just a short section, just to give my impression of the M6, which is local to the area. So yeah, plans are they're all up here. It's just getting them down on the baseboard. It's just the problem. Just having a look now, catching up. Everyone's saying good evening to Stockton. Just catching up. I've just seen a. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Finiston says Barnabas was a big inspiration. Thank you very much, Brian. That's an honour. I have just seen a question. Where has it gone? It's just jumped. There it is. It's from Mark. Mark, Main Train Eastport. When you doing your next platform stream? You mean station live stream or stream Model Railway platform stream? Model Railway platform stream, I can do at any point when it's okay to get up there. But line side platform stream, I want to try and go to somewhere local, but not really been covered. But the problem is a lot of the few places I've wanted to go to, they don't get many trains. So it would be a factor of just standing there waiting for maybe one train every half an hour to come past, which I don't really want to be doing. I don't really want to be doing crew all the time because you can only see the same thing so many times. It can become quite boring. Although I would do crew, but from a different point of view, maybe give it a different angle on things. I have been asked to go to a certain place at crew station by a member of the station and of LSL next door. I've actually been I've got an invitation for LSL to go into there and do a live stream with those guys and some videos with those. I've had a personal invitation, but obviously with the current, that was a year and a half ago. When I'm going to be able to act on that, I don't know. But there is stuff out there, and there is also a possible in-cab live stream for the future. Not saying when, it's in talks. So I could be doing an in-cab live stream. I'm not going to say what or what company it is, but I'm just saying there's a possibility of an in-cab live stream coming soon. But I'll keep you updated on that. People saying, yeah, I do. True story. Dean Park, Waverley, commented about the dog. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I've read that already. Let's look and remember. Hashtag Ask Jason so I can see your questions standing out. Someone said, Andy, guys had the specials on today and the track Too Hot came on. Wow, is it ever? I noticed Railcam's camera 6 at crew is now off of YouTube. It was camera 5 that was on YouTube. Has it gone off? Because it was supposed to be a supporters camera, but it was showing as open to YouTube. So I wonder if they've taken it off. They must. A cab live stream would be fantastic. It's just in the talks. There's no confirmation on it. It's not guaranteed. I'm just treading water on it now. I can confirm it won't be a DB Schenker. That I 100% know. Sorry, Jason, everyone got to go walk the dog. Yeah, great time to get out and walk the dog now. Make sure keep his pads moist because of the heat on the ground. There was a notice on camera 2. Oh, right, okay. I've not been on Railcam for quite some time. I'll have to check it out. That would bro Jason can live stream. Excellent stuff. But yeah, will get out live streaming very soon again. Oh, here we go. Carl, if you could drive any train anywhere in the world, what would it be? That is like a massive can of worms, that question. I could spend all night going from country to country telling you what I would like to drive. But from any train anywhere in the world, wow, that is a big question. Big question. I would like to drive an Amtrak. I'd like to drive an Amtrak train. Definitely. Big, long passenger train. In the UK, it would have to be a 68 or an 88. Absolutely. Followed by a 66 and a 37. Over in France, TGV. Just love to get behind the wheel of that. Behind the wheel, behind the desk of that. And maybe even the Eurostar as well. Just loads. Yeah, there's just loads. I could go on. I could give you a list for ages. I know. How can the easy question be the hardest question? Yeah, that is a difficult question, but I'll give you an idea. If it was UK based, it'd have to be, to this day, a class 68/88, followed by 66, followed by 37. Yeah, a bit of a roar of a 37, but I like my modern freight as well, modern freight trains. Right. Remember, if you want to ask any questions, please put hashtag Ask Jason so I don't miss them. Jason's speechless. Yeah, I was. Yeah. Flying Scotsman. Yeah, I've done my Steam. I wouldn't say no to a drive Flying Scotsman. I wouldn't say no to Tornado or anything. I wouldn't say no to driving any train at all, really. But if I had the choice, I wouldn't necessarily pick Flying Scotsman. I've done my Steam. I haven't done diesel. I haven't done electric. I'd actually like to drive a 350, maybe. Yeah, so I've done my Foxconn Manor. I've done the Steam experience. It is amazing. I would do it again, but if I had the chance, I'd definitely do diesel for next, or electric. I've just seen a question from Somerset Andy, but it hasn't put a hashtag, but I'll put it up. What controller do you use? DCC controller? Well, I have currently a Hornby Elite. I did start with Hornby Select. They was my controller first. I've moved on to the Hornby Elite. I am looking to advance it again to a Gauge Master Prodigy DCC02. It's the wireless one, I think it is, where you can have the extra handset, which is a DCC04. That's my number one aimed controller, because I got to use one of those and I just ultimately fell in love with them. I have tried a Z21 and I was kind of like, no, not that. It's not my niche. I like controlling buttons. I like to know what actually doing something instead of just tapping on a screen. But yeah, I've got a Hornby Elite at the moment. But I've also got HM Clipper, which operates the DC line, the normal analog line as well. Looking now for a next question. Oh, crikey, there's a few here. Here we go. I think that's a question. Oh yeah, Crossways just seen. What about the bullet train? Yeah, the bullet train I would, but it's not really. Nah, we want to see what I'm doing, really, not fly by like that. Growler, asked Jason, ever considered a different scale? Yeah, I did. Before I committed to 00, I did consider N gauge. And sometimes I do still wish I'd gone with N gauge. The only thing is I got long, big fingers, and N gauge is, I fiddled with N gauge, and my fingers are way too big for N gauge. That was the only thing that really put me off. Apart from, there's two things. Obviously, the fiddliness with my fingers, and the noise of N-gauge locomotives, that put me off. Apart from that, yeah, I would have gone with N-gauge, and an N-gauge in that loft would have been ginormous, absolutely ginormous. Definitely wouldn't have gone O-gauge. I'd have got one run of track around it, and that would have been it. Another one from Brian at Finniston Central. If you could go back in time, what loco would you save? Oof. What loco would I save? don't really know. Don't really know what locals really have been lost without doing research. I'd probably save any loco that was built here in Crewe. And that would be a lot, a hell of a lot. Oh, Dave Smith. Thank you, Dave Smith, channel supporter. If money was no object, how big would you make your layout and what would you put on it? How big would I make it? If money was no object, I would buy a big hall and have a ginormous model railway, actually not full, to scale of Crewe. I would have Manchester on it. I'd have Stoke on it. I would have Birmingham on it, with New Street. That I'd love to do Birmingham. I'd have Liverpool on it, and I'd have a lot of I'd have Chester on it. I would, if money was no object, that's what I'd do. I would go humongous. It would take decades to do, but I would encourage a team of people. It would probably end up being miniature Wonderland here in the UK kind of thing. If money was no object, I would really go to town on building a layout. That would be just absolutely brilliant. Getting some real life, bit what Pete Waltman's doing now over in Chester with that the cathedral with that layout, getting some real sections of railways and modeling them exactly how they were or are to this day. That's what I would do. Samson, brilliant stream tonight. Jason, please don't forget to give this a live stream with thumbs up. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, it's just jumped. Contest for the pub name. Yes, indeed. I'll put that up, actually. I'll put that up on the screen so we don't forget. Let's get back to the comments. Contest, yeah, I use the Gauge Master Project Express and have added the Wi-Fi assist as well. I love it. So much fun running trains from my tablet. Yeah, that's another thing. You can obviously you can use your mobile devices connected to it as well, so you can still be mobile as well as having controllers. It's just great. I think that's a question. You could easily do Engage. The modern locomotives are simply amazing. Detail is stunning and not that far behind. Never too late to try Engage. Pack it in, John. I would. It's just I'm too far gone now with 00. It's too far gone to turn back. Yeah. Oh yeah, drive the APT. Well, yeah. More on that on another day. Yeah. Oh, John, pack it in. Manchester. Oh right, yeah. Manchester, Piccadilly, Liverpool, Line Street, Glasgow. So massive layout. It would be. Get a massive warehouse and literally model as much major stations. Yeah. There's a bit of short track between them, but enough that you can run around. And oh yeah, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Digger, good evening, Digger. Not seeing any more questions. Right, well, we'll pause on further questions. Right, so what we'll do is I'm going to just ask Amazon. It's not plugged in, so it does help if it's plugged in. Let me get the cable. So we'll just have to plug it in. And I'll have to wait for it to power up. So yeah, let's just go back then. So the competition is to name pub name suggestions. You email in your suggestions to barnabasjunction@gmail.com. The competition entries close at midday a week today, the 27th of July. I will then gather all entry names and send them to the judges. The judges won't know who sent them, only me. And then when they are first, the judges have put them in a preferred order, top being the most preferred name. They will then send them back to me in that list. I will then collate those lists together and we will get our top 5. And we will do a rundown. I'll probably do a rundown of the top 10. And then obviously the top 5 will receive a prize. There's over 5 prizes up for grabs. Amazon. Amazon small room on. Oh, and there's lights. Look at that, shiny. Right, so I'll put that on because you won't be able to see this prize otherwise. So we've had the 2 prizes, bundle prizes of Jumbo Line Printing. We've had the 2 voucher prizes from Scale Model Scenery. And we've got 1 more prize. And that is from none other from WW Scenics. So yeah, the competition prizes all kindly donated. Very, very generous of you. So that's not it. That's not just it. This prize bundle consists of forest ground self-adhesive static grass tufts. Okay. It consists of a WWS static grass deboiler. It consists a 250 milliliter bottle of basing glue. But if it goes out of the UK, this can't be sent, I'm afraid. So this will not be, this can't not be sent outside the UK, I'm afraid. So this isn't available to go outside the UK. The rest of the prizes, but this isn't. This is only available, this bottle is only available if you're in the UK. Due to shipping laws, they don't allow it. And the WWS Spring Embankment Kit. Oh, that was another gnat. There's that many in here. I'm getting my protein tonight. So yes, loads of static grass. I'll give you a rundown what we've got in here. We've got Spring 2mm. We've got Patchy 4mm. We've got Autumn 4mm. We've got Wild Meadow 6mm and Dead 4mm. That is the Spring Embankment pack. Courtesy of, where's the label gone now? There it is. WWS, very, very generous, and thank you so much for donating this prize, along with the deboiler, the tufts, and the bottle of basing glue, which is only available if your winner is in the UK, as this is not allowed to be shipped internationally. There's a ban on shipping this internationally, so that can't go internationally, so you have to get yours. But this is the pack. But if you're a UK one, you get this as well. That is the 5 prizes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen. Let's have a look. So Scale Model Scenery, they are the suppliers of Scale Model Scenery. Kindly donated the vouchers. 2 £25 vouchers are up for grabs. Fantastic, £50 worth of prizes from Scale Model Scenery, very generous, donated. That is 2 of the prizes. They will be up for grabs. We've also had Jumbo Lane Printing. Where's the? Oh, I've closed it down. Let me bring it back up. I'll try and close the tab down. Jumbo Lane Printing. There we go. We've very generously allowed 2 packs of kits. They are available for you, so that's another 2 prizes. Each one will consist of at least 4 kits from Jumbo Lane Printing. I may just squeeze in another one. I'll see what I can do, but I'm going to once them packs are complete and ready to be won as prizes, I'm going to seal them up so I don't know what's in them, and I'm going to just put a number on them, and it'll be a lucky dip. So thank you very much to Jeff at Jumbo Lane Printing for kindly donating those. And then obviously we've got, courtesy of WW Scenics, World Scenics. If you are a UK based, you will be receiving this. a 250 milliliter bottle of basing glue. That will be yours. UK only on that because of shipping laws do not allow. We also have the where has it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Let me just close that down so I don't get mixed up with these tabs. We have, there we go. So we have the WWS deballer. That will be one of the prizes for you in the WWS pack. We also, in the same pack bundle, we also have the, where has it gone? There we go. The forest cover tufts. They will be available in that prize as well. So that's them there. Where's the camera? That's them there. And finally, the big one in that pack is indeed the embankment kit. That will be yours to win as well. When I find it, there it is. So the spring embankment kit. So all of those in the WWS pack bundle. So a huge thank you to WWS Scenics for sending those prizes over. Very generous of you, and I highly appreciate it. Please go and check out these companies. They do a lot for the modeling world, and yeah, great guys, and I look forward to meeting them all at the end of the month as well. Superb stuff. Right, I can close that down, can't I now? Yes. Oh, let me bring that over there and that as well, so I'm not on two screens. Yeah, I am on two screens. So that's fantastic stuff. We need, I've not done the third shout out yet, have I? No. Right, well, let's sort out the third shout out. Let me have a look who's been amazing in the chat tonight with lots. I think I know who it's going to be. So third and final shout out for tonight. So the third and final shout out will go to Somerset Andy, who's just a comment there I just found of his saying N is gone up big time. Somerset Andy, you are the third and final shout out for tonight on this show, Barnabas Junction's YouTube Tuesday. Thank you very much for being in the stream tonight and being selected as a YouTube Tuesday shout out. Please do go check out this channel. Everyone will get the link in very shortly. Please check out his channel. He will highly appreciate your looking at his channel. If you do like what you see, please do subscribe, hit the bell, select all notifications, and make sure you give some thumbs up and interact with the channel and like with any channel that you might subscribe to. Indeed. So that is the final shout out for tonight. We have still got Modeller's Moment, so that'll be coming up in a moment. But what I'm going to do is we're going to have another 5 minutes of questions. If you've got any more questions, please let me know. Please do, again, as in hashtag Ask Jason. If you've got any questions tonight for me, and then I'm going to do the Modeller's Moment. And finally, I've got a little bit of a last minute announcement before we bring the show to an end for today. So if you want the chance of winning some of these prizes next week, make sure you do get your suggestion in for the pub to barnabasjunction@gmail.com. You can try enter as many times as you like. Entries close at 12 midday on the 27th, and then it'll be the judges. Judges' decision is final. There is no cash alternative for any of these prizes. These prizes have all been very kindly donated, and there's no promotions for the company. They're just generously donated for it. So it is very, very kind of them all. Okay. Yes, so yeah, prizes all very kindly donated by Scale Model, WW Scenics, and Double Aim Printing. Links to all those companies and their websites are all in the description of this video below. Please do go and take a moment to check them out. You may see something that you might like, and it might be one of these prizes. Got to be in it to win it. So yeah, get your suggestions for the pub name. Let's have a look. Are there any final questions? Hashtag Ask Jason if you've got any questions for me. If not, we'll be getting on with Modeller's Moment in a couple of minutes' time. I'll have a drink while we wait. We've got two. Right. So the first one is from Effingham. Would you consider having a 009 somewhere on your layout? I did have a 009 set. I used to have one. I won it in a competition, but I did intend on having it somewhere, but then the plans changed and it kind of got wiped out of it. So as of this moment, I've got no plans. If things develop and there is an opportunity for me to incorporate one in the future, I may consider it, but at the moment there is no plans or anywhere I can see where it would go. But thank you for your question, Effingham. Route 7 Railway, when and where do you think we can all meet up again? Well, 31st of July at the Worley Model Railway Club. We do have the MRYCG meet and greet with lots of people that are going to be there. Full details are on the MRYCG Facebook group and on Worley Facebook page as well. In fact, there's more details on the MRYCG Facebook group. To be able to attend it, you have got to be one of two things. You've either got to be an actual paid member of the Worley Model Railway Club or a free member of the MRYCG Facebook group. It's free to become a member. It doesn't cost you anything to be a member. They are the only things you need to be of. And there's loads of competitions. I've got prizes sitting around everywhere that have been sent over to be included in that day's event. There's going to be some great names there. There's going to be some great competitions going on. If you are attending and you have some young children who are also into model railways, bring them along too, because every junior, whether they're actually attending as a member or attending with their family members that visit that event, gets a free ticket to win a Hornby Eurostar train set that was kindly donated by West Hill Wagon Works. But more details all on that are on the MRYCG Facebook group. If you want to join us on the 31st of July at the Worley Model Railway Club for a big meetup, obviously we're still holding on to some common sense encouragement on obviously social distance and that. It's not legally required, no one can enforce it, but we're still going to try and do a little bit of hygienic and stuff on like that, just to keep bearing in mind what's currently still happening out there in the world. More on that is available on the group. But yeah, it's going to be a fantastic day. The expected numbers to be at the event are in 3 figures, so it's going to be a good meet and greet with loads of great people. I'll obviously be there because I'm the MRYCG founder, and there's going to be plenty of prizes, second-hand stalls. There's going to be Jumbo Lane printing that's going to be on display. We have an announcement this coming Friday of another stall that's going to be up at the event. We also, WW Scenics will have a small amount of products with them in a mobile stand. So please go check it out. There is other things as well. We do expect to have an absolutely fantastic day. There will be outdoor seating. There won't be any one thing we have cut back on, there won't be any refreshments available on site, but there literally is there's a shop that's around the corner, there's a chippy around the corner, there's takeaways, there's pubs, everything literally minutes away from the place. So there's plenty of places too you can get any refreshments of your own. But unfortunately, no refreshments will be available on site, but you're allowed to bring your own, as long as they're consumed in the dining area, which will be set up especially for food. Just looking now. Let's have a look. Any more? Did I catch any? Where's the email address? Says Digger. Just showing it here. So yeah, email address is, I'll just put it up again. Email address is barnabasjunction@gmail.com. I'm actually going to bring my emails up now. Let's see if anyone's actually emailed any in while we've been on the show. Let's have a look. Switch to them emails. Oh, yes, we have. We've got a number. We've had 2 entries in during the stream, so I look forward to many more. We're entering our 5 prizes, so not many people. If not many people do enter, then the chances of winning a prize is phenomenal. But I can say there are quite a few entries in already. But we've only been going kind of a week, and if you want a chance to win something, get your entry in. Entries have to be in by midday of the 27th. Let's get back to the chat. Did I see any more questions? Where's the email address? Wally Steve, thanks. Just catching up. Andy, thumbs up, thumbs up. I'm checking MRYCG Facebook now. Who is that? That's Steve. Really? You've managed it? Oh my God, fantastic, Mark. Really, really looking forward to. Oh, fantastic. Where are you staying over, or are you flying back same day? So obviously you can. It's only a 30-minute flight, isn't it? Oh, that is absolutely amazing, Mark. If you are able to make it, oh, I can't wait for that. Yes, and if you miss it on here, the email address for the chat for sending in. In fact, I've just had 2 more entries just come in as I've just said that. I've just seen them appear on the screen. Email address is in the about section of this channel as well. Right, so that's all. That's that done. We've got one thing left to do before I tell you what's coming up. So it is time for. So it is time for Modeller's Moment this week. We have had 2 entries in since last week, but obviously they got. If you remember what I always say, it's on a first received, next shown, if you know what I mean. So this one was literally sent in before I even finished last week's show. So well done to Thomas Lewis. You are this week's Modeller's Moment. Let's bring on. He sent me 1 photograph, which is a kind of a panoramic photograph. I'll show you in a moment, and some clips of his layout that's just starting development, and he's got some really good trains on there. I quite like them. So as you can see, there is a panoramic, and you see, oh, look at that Thomas stuff on the shelf. Love it. What I am interested in is what are those box vans there in the middle, but next to the North Stand and the Prime Port. I want to know what those wagons are there with Thomas. Here's now some video of the layout. Lovely Pendolino in the old Strom set. Not too keen on that burgundy one, but the rest of it is absolutely stunning. And his layout is called Chipsky North. Now, Lewis does have a channel, and I can't quite remember what the channel name actually is, but it says his layout is called Chipsky North. It is partially based on a misheard, made-up town from Top Gear called Chipsky Norton, where they claimed a nuclear missile was aimed for. Well, that is the Modeller's Moment for this week. So a huge thank you to Thomas Lewis for sending in those delightful videos. And please, Thomas, if you are listening, please let me know what those 2 wagons are in the middle, because I do collect retro wagons and I do like the look of those. I really, really like to know what those wagons were. Donegal Dan, staying in Bristol, making a long weekend out of it. Fantastic, Mark. Oh, I'm so looking out for that. Looking forward to meeting you. Ouch, what was it? That's some just. Oh, it's a bit of plastic. Right, so let's get on with the next. I've just seen some more questions. Where is it? I've just seen it, but it didn't have a hashtag. There it is. kind of did I. It's Paul Loker. Jason, do you plan a river scene? Yes, I do. It's the bridge next to me church. There's a bridge that connects that. It's that kind of a scenic break between the countryside scene and the industrial scene. I've got a bridge. I do plan to do a bit of a river, meandering river going through it, or maybe I might do a canal. I'm not sure, but more like going for a river. I'm quite interested in trying out that WW Scenics new water that they've just released. So yeah, a river is in the planning stages, because we've got a river literally it's just down the bottom of the bank from me, and I'm going to call it that. Just looking now, no more questions. Wow, I guess I'm a bit late for the live stream, says John Dawson. Good evening to you. He's saying how is everybody? So thank you anyway for joining, John. We're coming ever so closer to the end of the stream. Now we've had everything from this evening, but like I said, I did have one final thing to let everybody know, and that is going to be what's the next thing I'm going to be telling you. So again, thank you everybody for joining me this evening. I look forward to going through all these pub names and getting them over to the judges. Thank you again to the generousness of Bernie at Crossways Point Junction, offering to pay any international funding for any of the products that need to be physical products that need to be sent abroad. Again, thank you very much for WWS, Scale Model Scenery, Jumbo Lane Printing for the very, very kind, generous supplying these prizes for you guys. I was totally blown away with everybody, and I couldn't believe it. Scale Model Scenery says, how many vouchers do you want? 1, 2? And I was like, I don't know, I'll leave that one up to you. And he was like, yeah. So huge thank you to Scale Model Scenery for the vouchers. Huge thank you to WW Scenics for all the scenic products, and a huge thank you to Jeff of Jumbo Lane Printing. Please go check them out. You will not be disappointed with the products you will find there. And just say, if you haven't heard of them before, you've heard them from here, from Barnabas Junction's YouTube Tuesday, give them some thumbs up, and we look forward to seeing them out in the real world very soon. So if you've enjoyed the stream today, please do give the stream a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, please give the thumbs down. Hit it twice, please. That would be very, very gratefully appreciated. If you have got any questions beyond the live stream, maybe if you're watching this later back afterwards, and you've got any questions, please don't hesitate, comment below, and I'll do my best to answer them as soon as I possibly can. Remember, we've got the MRYCG meet at the end of the month. If you want full details on that, check out the MRYCG Facebook group. All information can be found in there. If you will enter in the competition, please remember to get your entries in to me. Get your pubs and suggestion names to barnabasjunction@gmail.com, and entries close at 12 midday on the 27th. That's a week today. So thank you very much, and yeah, thank you very much for the very generous donation of prizes. In fact, I've just noticed I spelled donated wrong, so sorry, I spelled donated wrong. That's because I was rushing to type that out, and I noticed it before anybody else, so that's all right. So yeah, thank you very much indeed, everybody. It's been a hot one. Although we weren't in the loft, I would have been literally a puddle of water now. I'd have completely melted. Next week, so here's the announcement for next week. This is where the competition is taking place. Next week will be, let's wait for it to focus. Next week's show will be the last in the current series of this series 4 of YouTube Tuesday. But don't go anywhere. Don't go, well, what about Tuesday night? I will be back. I will just be taking a couple of weeks off from the show, obviously because I've got the MRYCG meet the following week. I'm going to take a bit of a break from the show, but it will be back. It's going nowhere. We've still got loads to talk about, loads of shout outs to do, loads of modelers moments, but next week's show will be the last in this current series. We are obviously series 4. It is episode 24 next week, I can't believe it. 24 episodes in this series. I'm just blown away. I know I've missed a couple of weeks, one down to illness and one down to other reasons. But wow, 26 weeks it's been going. I've missed 2 weeks. 26 weeks. Wow, phenomenal. We're it's halfway through the year if you think about it. Yeah, but we will be back with Series 5. Will be coming straight back with it in a couple of weeks' time after that. So just taking a short break, just to gather my thoughts and where we're going to move on to next. I'm going, if it's weather's going to be cool enough, I will try and get that pub scene finished for next week. I just need to get that gravel, but it's nearly finished. I'll try my best to get it finished. I need to get some of that sandy gravel stuff in like a brownie colours and like a muddy colour. That will then finished off. A bit of painting, get the gravestones in place, and get the track, the footpath up to the barrel crossing all done, and then it's finished. Get a few trees on, and just did a bit mess about with it, and just do a little bit of scenic bushes and stuff like that. I could probably do that in half a day, easily done. But yeah, next week is the final one of the series, and I'll be taking a short break, but I'll be right back to you. But if you want to see me in the flesh, make sure you join us at the MRYCG Worley meetup at the 31st of July at the Worley Model Railway Club from 10 till 4 or 5. I think it closes at 4. The event finishes at 4, doors close at 5. So I look forward to seeing all of you that will be attending. It's been a great one. Yeah, again, it's been super hot. I hope all your model railways are surviving all this heat. Please share with us anything that's going wrong. I need to go up and do another check. I've been going up every single day and checking the layout briefly, as it would be too hot up there. Spend a couple of minutes up there. That's it, down again. I'll go up again and check tomorrow. But with the weather cooling down at the weekend, I may get the opportunity this weekend to crack on with it and get that pub village scene completed. And where will we go from there? We'll have to wait and see. But that about wraps it up for this week. Thank you, everybody, again, obviously, for joining me this week. Good luck to all that enter the competition. Thank you very much for taking the time. I look forward to those names. And I'm still seeing them popping up on the screen in front of me on my emails. And I'm just like, I don't open them, because if I do open them, and there's some really funny ones, I'm just going to be in stitches. So I'm going to hold off until after the stream's finished, and I'm going to go through them. But as always, thank you all for joining me. Thank you very much for my moderators this evening. Absolutely 100% Flymo. Again, as always, the #1 on the notch moderator, bringing you the links with the winks, we could say. So until next time, until next week, I bid you a farewell. Take care, everybody. Thank you all for joining me. I'll see you again very soon. Until then, stay safe, stay well, and best of all, what's the word? Keep on modeling.